Hi guys, Lily back at Hong Kong FinTech Week. I am speaking now to Xuan Tran, who is president of the board of
ASPHK, so that stands for Alumni Sciences Po in Hong Kong.
I try to be international, but sometimes all my pronunciations are not quite on point.
Yeah, and pardon my French accent, sorry about that.
Oh no, I think we like to embrace a diverse crowd. So tell me then, how did your journey come from France to Hong Kong and around the world? What brings you to FinTech Week?
I'm the president of this alumni association, and we invited Charles Dossi from Invest Hong Kong to speak at one of our events 2 weeks ago. It was called On the Road to FinTech Week.
Okay.
So he basically did a presentation on the Hong Kong FinTech ecosystem, which was very interesting. So that's why I actually decided to go to see this event, which I find quite interesting actually, because I've been 17 years in the financial industry, and
Right.
I know helping a friend on a fintech company who is doing big data analytics.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your background then is in finance, and
Yes.
you're looking to enter into the world of the tech side?
Yeah, of course. I think now everybody that is in finance needs to understand what's going on the fintech space.
Yeah.
And be it the big banks or the insurance companies or any people doing financial services type of businesses.
Yeah.
And also what I'm actually intending to tell you as well is that we are organizing an event today at 6:30 in ICC on French tech. So the title of the event is Startup Nation in Europe, Is France Back?
Is
Is France Back? And
All
actually
right.
it's nearly full house. We're expecting 100 people, so a little overbooked. And there will be an interesting panel. There are 4 people. Professor visiting Hong Kong, who is based in Sciences Po. His name is Alastair Cole. He is going to publish a book on President Macron leadership in March 2019. Then we have the chief economist of Natixis, the French bank, Alicia Garcia Herrero, who will talk about reforms in the EU and in France.
Okay.
Then we have the representative of La French Tech. He's called Romain Aubert. He's 30-something, very young, very energetic, and he's going to explain he's going to talk about the French ecosystem on FinTech. And last but not least, we have an entrepreneur, Hugo Garcia Cotte, who has a startup in Shenzhen doing basically a solution to detect counterfeit products using artificial intelligence. Basically, you take your phone, you take a picture of the packaging of the product, and you can tell if it's a fake or not.
Ah,
it's a very interesting company. So basically, the French are pretty much everywhere now, and we are basically looking forward to have more people join this event if they want to. They can be on the waiting list. I think that every time, anyway, some people don't show up and don't say they won't come, but it's life.
Right.
But so try your luck if you want to come to our event. You can check all the details on our Facebook page.
Okay.
It's ASPHK. So you just tap ASPHK, which is Alumni Sciences Po in Hong Kong.
Yeah. So for the people who aren't going to be able to get into the door from that waiting list, then can you give us some insight? What is the French tech scene like?
So the French tech, basically, I think there are 2 things to mention. The first is the example of Station F, which is the biggest incubator in the world. It opened in 2017, and it's basically in old railway station, railway building, which was renovated, and it offers a capacity of 34,000 square meter and 1,000 startups.
Yeah.
So that's a program which was started by Xavier Niel, with basically the owner of one of the biggest mobile phone and internet service providers in France.
Yeah.
So basically, I think we have several advantages in France, which is accessibility, availability of talent. Talent is key for an ecosystem, and we have a very strong education system with very strong engineering school and quant skills and quant and programming skills. So I think that's key in the context of FinTech. We have also access to funding. Access to finance is key, and we have a specialized bank which is called BPI, which is able to provide financing to startups. And we have also other financial players in the ecosystem which are able to provide either loans or equity to the startup scene, which is a very good development for France. And last but not least, of course, we have the French art de vivre. So it's good to be in Paris, or it's good to be in France because you have good food, you have good culture, and a very interesting way of life.
Yeah, and then so for then your the other French people who might be interested in coming to Hong Kong, then what does Hong Kong offer for them?
So I think both Hong Kong and Shenzhen offer very interesting things. Actually, one of the speakers has decided when he was basically 4 or 5 years ago, he decided to leave everything he had and just start his own company in Shenzhen. Of course, he's married now to a Chinese woman, and he is quite successful. So I think people are looking for basically the opportunity to tap the Chinese market.
Yeah.
They have also the big industrial base in Shenzhen or Guangdong province.
Yeah.
And in Hong Kong, you have also a lot of the regional offices for many financial institutions
Right.
in Asia. It's usually with Singapore, it's either Singapore or Hong Kong. You have the hubs in Hong Kong or in Singapore, so it's the decision centers.
Yeah.
So that's quite important when you
So
want
it's
to
like the
sell a
gateway, right?
It's like the gateway. It's also a very important decision-making place for Asia and also a good gateway to China.
Yeah, so excellent point there.
Yeah.
I think it's really great to see somebody like you who's sort of bringing in these like different cross-cultural perspectives, and for you to be encouraging your alumni to like help form these bridges. So thank you so much for speaking to us.
Thanks for this interview opportunity.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed me talking
it's
on the French Tech.
It's fun to have a more casual conversation, right? So good luck at your event later.
Thank you very much.
We wish you all the best, and thank you guys for tuning to Hong Kong FinTech Week.
Thank you very much.